Hawks. The pairing up front, Johnson and Capella. Trae Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Hunter in at the small forward. And for Washington, Kyle Kuzma is out there with Coulibaly. Then there's Jordan Poole. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. And it's Sarr in at the 5 down low.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
With the floater, up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That board looked easy for Sarr at 7-1. You expect second chance opportunities like that.
Pass to Johnson. Kicks it to Daniels. He dishes it to Young. To the middle. Here's Johnson, and it's blocked. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Be a jump ball.
And so here's Atlanta. Shot clock at 2. And it's Capella missing. On the wing, Coulibaly trains the three-pointer.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
No question. When he is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor, it is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
And the basket by Johnson. When you look at the NBA, Shams, any changes you'd like to see?
To me, it's having players stay healthy, right? I would love to have a rule that players just play and the top players are there playing the most meaningful moments of regular season games and allowing players to have freedom defensively. And the league can find plenty of other ways to discourage players, but to allow players to really be there in the big moments to defend at a high level. And I would just love to have a healthy serum that we can spread around the league and keep these guys in.
I think here at the table, we're all nodding our heads, looking up and down. We all agree completely with what you're saying. Hawks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Young dishes to Johnson. Pass to Hunter. It's rebounded by Coulibaly.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Now, here is Young. His last outing, he had 18 points. He kicks it to Daniels. Here's Capella. Rebound by the Wizards.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
You know, the right thing there to try to fade away with the D all over him, but that is a difficult shot to sink.
Young dishes it to Johnson. Here's Young. Second chance shot. Got a piece of it. Kuzma, right side. Hunter grabs the miss. And here's Hunter. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Trailing by 2. All right, Shams, I know you can't reveal all your secrets, but how do you develop relationships with your sources? Players, the agents, the GMs, the scouts, all over the NBA.
It comes year after year. This has been something I've been doing for the better course of the last 15 years. So for me, it's about relationships, it's about daily communication, and making sure that I keep the trust, I keep the faith, and I keep a level of respect with everyone that I come across. Relationships are the name of the game, especially in the NBA.
Well, that's what I've heard about you. They trust you. So if they're going to confide, they know they can trust you. I would think that would be maybe the core of how you operate.
Trust and faith, and that develops early, not taking shortcuts. I'm very much for the long run.
Goes up again, and it's good on the way in. Coulibaly's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Pass to Hunter. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That is his first foul of the game. Green Nance is checked in for Hunter.
First team foul. Coming onto the floor for the Hawks, Larry Nance Jr. Outside Bogdanovich. 2 minutes.
Well, we can all agree nothing better than the atmosphere of an NBA game. So, Shams, I know it's hard to pick one,
Washington foul.
but is there a best crowd, a best atmosphere in the NBA that you've come across that you really appreciate?
The Warriors fans, I feel, even at their peak, they bring a different level of aura, of enthusiasm. Kevin, you've been to more arenas than I have in more celebrated times as well at different points. What's your favorite, what's your best NBA arena atmosphere?
When that New York crowd is popping, that arena is second to none, man. It is sizzling. Like you, I love knowledgeable fans, right? They know the calls, they know the officials, they know the strategies, they know what a player can and cannot do. That, to me, is the best part about going in some of these arenas and feeling that the players, have made it to a point where the fans know exactly what they can and cannot do. Knowledgeable fans.
I'll take your word for it, but that just means I have to get out to a Knicks game ASAP.
In the corner, it's Koulibaly. Hands it from downtown. 10 points for him.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Young passes to Nance.
Washington foul. Jonas.
With this pause in the action, let's show you the teams that have scored the most points in the league last season.
Team foul.
Number 5, the Hawks.
I just loved how this team attacked their opponents. You could see their confidence grow as the year went on, and the points really started to pile up.
Well, Larry Nance Jr. came into the league, and a lot of talk about his dunking prowess. But really, Larry Nance Jr. knows how to play the game and is building on that potential.
Wizards making a switch here. Bagley's checked in.
Clearly, defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Now, here's Matthews. Inside. Here's Bogdanovich. It's deflected, and so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
Basketball.
The kick out to Matthews. 6 on the shot clock. Hits it from three-point range.
Matthews.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Washington's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Near the three-point line, it's Kispert. Rebound by the Hawks.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Reza Shea with it. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Reza Shea's got his second basket of the game. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Hawks on top, leading by just 1. They'll be back shortly, live from Washington. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And for the Hawks guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
Yeah, looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
So it's the Wizards now. They trail by 1. And the influx of international players continues to just fill these rosters in the NBA. And Shams, it has truly become a global league.
It's truly a beautiful thing, right, Kevin? We want sports to bring people together, to really galvanize communities, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender, anything. And now I really feel we're breaking down a lot of barriers in the world.
And think, 3 of the top, 5-6 players, we got Doncic. We've got Porzingis, of course, who is such a nice player, but Antetokounmpo and Jokic. I mean, the names go on of key contributors to winning teams.
You have to make a case that the world team against the U.S. team, if they were ever stacked against each other, that would be a heck of a game.
You and I would pay for the ticket, wouldn't we? I would pay to watch that.
I'm willing and able to pay immediately, Kevin. Sign me up. When are we going?
I hope soon. Brogdon out there with Jordan Poole. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then it's George. And it's Bagley in at the 5. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Wizards. Atlanta also making some changes here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. And Trae Young subbed in for Matthews. Young passes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Using his length that time, Capella up top to slam it down.
And Shams, I've always wondered, watching you, reading you, when did you first fall in love with the NBA? And when did you decide to cover it?
Really, when I was around 10, 11 years old, I grew up in Chicago right as the Bulls dynasty was starting. I wasn't quite old enough, but I was old enough to see some of those scrappy Bulls teams in the mid-2000s. And basketball was always a part of the national discourse, but also part of my life playing it, and then now being someone that's able to inform the audience and the public.
You know what? I'm looking up and down this table. I think we all feel the exact same way. Now, here is Young, following the miss by Kyle Kuzma. Young, good.
Great job by Young there, not settling for a jumper, getting that ball close in.
Washington calls timeout. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
Well, you have to be able to use the three-point line in some way. It's just such a weapon. And in that game, it was just not there for him.
Stars check in for Marvin Bagley.
And Kuzma spacing the floor nicely, patiently waiting and knocking down the 3.
Young against Poole. And the dunk by Capella. And Shams, nothing gets a workout like your phone. We're talking NBA. We're watching this game. We got this great group here courtside. You've got 2 phones working, and I'm sure there's a 3rd hidden in your bag. Can you estimate how many texts do you send and receive a day? Is there even a number we can put with that?
Kevin, how many texts do you get a day related to NBA info? You're coming at me. You know the job is, it's hundreds of messages flooding my phone on a daily basis, and the screen time usually in busy seasons tends to be closer to 18 to 20 hours, but this is what we signed up for. This is what we love to inform the audience.
Oh, and I know you love every second of it. Now, Poole, after the missed 3 from Trae Young. Hunter on the wing. Young looking around. Shoots over Poole. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
In the second quarter.
They get the rebound.
You know, big guys like Valanciunas have spent a lot of time in this league understanding where the ball is going to come off of that rim on a miss. Using great position that time.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. Their last encounter was Atlanta.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Well, the second unit came in last game and just played lights-out basketball. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Nancy's checked in for Johnson. Bogdanovich comes in for Hunter. And it's Reza Shea in for Dyson Daniel. Here's Poole following the basket by Trae Young. And Poole gets it to go.
And Poole up ahead of the defense on that pull-up in a hurry.
Shams, it's been fun. And you know what? It's been too short. So you got to promise you're going to come back and give us some more inside information on the NBA. We have loved every second having you here courtside with us tonight.
Sorry I was not able to break any big news on air this time, but you know what? My phone's ringing, so maybe next time.
Well, let me look at your... Wait a... Hold on. That is big news! Holy cow! Come back sooner than later, okay?
Thank you.
So great to have Shams stop by. You can see his passion for the game in every word he said.
Now, you can't work as hard as Shams does without having a passion for the NBA. It's not easy to be that plugged in.
Here's Poole. Almost, but it rolls out. Atlanta leading by 3. It's Young on the wing. Misses the 3. To the paint, and here we go. Fast break. Sarv's got it over Bogdanovich. 2 points. That one goes. 6 points for Alex Sarv.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Poole against Young. Just 5 to shoot. And he uses the glass on the lane. Young's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Terrific movement off of the dead ball situation, and a great play to get the bucket.
The Wizards have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
On the free throw, no good. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
Your Wizards
Hawks lead by 1.
36.
And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
DC family, your Wizards.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. And they kept it close, trailing by, at the most, 4 points. Scoring-wise, they broke even in the second, so little ground was lost there. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Most of the damage they're doing is in the paint. They've made a concerted effort to work the ball inside, create high percentage looks. And that could open up the perimeter for them in the second half, with the D worried about the posting.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on Washington?
You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice shots. Those are some much-needed points, and it keeps them right in the game. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It feels like every season, Brent, we set a record for pace in the NBA. Why do you think that is?
Well, I don't know, Kevin, if it's every team that's seeking pace, although in every coach's press conference, you'll hear about them talking about playing faster and wanting to get out in transition. But that's where you take advantages of defenses most. Look, if you got a young team, open up the floodgates and let them run. Probably more success coming your way.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. The pairing up front, Johnson and Capella. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Hunter in at the small forward spot. You know, Brent, the Wizards had a very tough 23-24 campaign, didn't they?
Very difficult for everybody, their fans, their ownership, and their coaching staff, which changed last year. Just 15 wins, a record low for a very prideful Washington franchise. Their offense struggled, their defense was 28th. On the bright side, a lot of minutes went to their younger players, so it's going to be another year of development in Washington.
The pass to Young, takes a three. It's good. That basket is now 5 for 9.
3-point field.
Young with some of the fastest hands in the NBA. Easy to see why.
Near the three-point line, it's Poole, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Poole's got it all tied up now for Washington. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They host the Kings after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Johnson backs in, coming off the assist from Young.
Assist goes to
Young's got 5 assists tonight.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Atlanta with the rebound. Capella's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Daniels, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Off the bounce, Daniels showing a great burst.
Near the three-point line, it's Poole. Tips it. Here's Sarr. And at last, they get one to fall.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
Now, here is Young. He's got 11. Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21. That was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Jonas Valanciunas, who's checked in for Sarr. Marvin Bagley comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Georgia subbed in for Jordan Poole. Here's Capella. Marvin Bagley picking up that last basket. Back to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
This might be one of the nights for Clint Capella where his teammates actually try to get him more involved than they normally do.
Here's Coulibaly. Cans the shot from the wing. Coulibaly's got 12. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Young from outside. Another three for Atlanta.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Here's Valanciunas. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Capella. To the middle. And the dunk by Capella.
Now, I'd draw that one up again. Throw it up, Capella jump, you slam it through. That's an easy two.
To the right side. Fires from the corner. Bagley, no good.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
And it's Capella missing. Wizards trail by 7. Here's Coulibaly. Lays it up and banks it in. Coulibaly's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, Bagley with a nice job of surveying there.
Atlanta's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Atlanta calls timeout. Well, it's no secret this Washington team is in a rebuilding phase. But, Brent, they've collected some assets.
Yeah, they got some flexibility here, Kevin, and they made the call to start over. They took some other players that other teams didn't want, along with some draft picks, which sometimes you have to do when you're bottoming out. They have a good toolbox to rebuild them.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Okongwu's checked in for Jalen Johnson. Bogdanovich comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Reza Shea in for Daniels. Atlanta leading by 5. Now Reza Shea.
2 minutes. 2 minutes remaining.
There's the drive. And the dunk by Reza Shea.
Reza Shea so talented with the ball in his hands.
Down low and stolen by Bogdanovich. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way. Washington's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Right side, George. Buries it from three-point range. George has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to Reza Shea. Kicks it to Capella. There's 1:26 left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Floats one up. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Young outside. Valanciunas grabs the board. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Now, here is Young. He's got 14. Steps back and shoots. Bank shot. No good. And Valanciunas has got the ball here for the Wizards. 4-point game. And George gets it to go.
Not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
And the Wizards making a change here. Sarge checked in. Then for the Hawks, Nance comes in for Clint Capella, and it's Matthews in for Young. Here's Reza Shea. He's got 6. Shoots it. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Clint Capella has been leading the charge for the Atlanta Hawks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll return shortly. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Song. Then it's Corey Kispert. Then it's Coulibaly. And it's Carrington in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
Well, overall, he has played basically flawless basketball, but that was a bad turnover.
Pools checked in for the Wizards. Then for the Hawks, Johnson, he's checked in for Nance. Young is subbed in for Matthews. Johnson kicks to Hunter. The kick out to Young. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And one of those guys, Brent, who can take over a game, sometimes from beginning to end, is Trae Young.
It is remarkable, Kevin, especially at his size in today's game. It reminds me a lot of playing against Allen Iverson, a guy who could dominate the game as a small player, and that's what Trae is. But what he can do offensively, the instincts that he shows, the way he can get it going offensively, he's truly a remarkable talent in terms of a small guy dominating a big man's game.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. To the inside. And then Johnson with the jam.
Bam! Jalen Johnson taking flight.
Wizards trail by 4. Pulls up on the wing. Rebounded by the Hawks. Johnson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Daniels kicks to Young. On the wing, Johnson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Allen Song. And you talk about a guy taking a leap. Jalen Johnson took huge steps forward in his 3rd NBA season.
Kevin, how many times have we seen it where a really talented young player is playing on a team that has star power? And so naturally they're able to settle into the role they're going to play. That is what has happened with Jalen Johnson. I expect him to take another leap forward this season.
Showing some strength on that finish. Sarge just pushing through that contact.
Young against Poole. Hunter on the wing. The basket good off the assist from Young.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Near the three-point line, it's Kispert. Okongwu grabs the board. Passes to Young. Rebound by the Wizards. Kuzma's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Sarr. And it's Daniels with the rebound. The Hawks leading by 7. Lobbed up there for Johnson. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Down low, 13 feet away. Count the basket.
I don't think that's at the top of the menu of shots that Jordan Poole likes to take, but he can knock it down with touch.
Now a timeout called by Atlanta. And when you watch Kispert, you know, Bright, you can see the aggression he plays with when he's going at the rim.
Yeah, sometimes Corey will surprise you because you know he's a spot-up shooter and you know he's elite at doing that, but he will attack, go in there, and throw his body at guys to create some scoring opportunities.
And Washington making a change here. Ogden's checked in. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder said to his team. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, but they've had some clean looks. When that three goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thank you, David. Atlanta's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. And Young kicks to Johnson. Shoots over Kuzma. That's tipped.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential.
Kispert, no good.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Now, here's Hunter. Young outside. Clock at 6. Over Kispert. Here's Capella. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Capella's not backing down from that. He shoots right into the coverage to create that foul.
Line for the Hawks. Clint Capella taking 2 shots.
No good on the second free throw. Wizards trail by 5. Puts it up from 15. Sarr's shot is off. For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Daniels passes to Young. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You have to love Trae Young's relentlessness on the floor. His focus, just giving the game 100% of himself and not messing around in any regard.
And so both free throws are good. It's a 7-point game.
And showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're behind by 7. A minute 50 left in the game. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Clint Capella.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
If he could only contribute like this for them every night, you can't overstate how much better it makes this team when he has a game like this. And on the road, no less. And Atlanta has possession following the bucket by the Wizards. Young with the ball. Picked up by Poole. Good on the shot.
That is a tough shot there. Trae Young, such a small player. He needs that floater in his arsenal.
Brogdon. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Young passes to Capella. He kicks it to Hunter.
Wizards foul.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
All game long, they've just done a great job of keeping the pressure on the defense and penetrating with the pass. They've gotten everything inside, and they've converted there.
Valanciunas is checked in for the Wizards. Koulibaly comes in for Corey Kispert. Poole against Young. Hunter on the wing. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so Poole will bring it up for Washington. They trail by 9 points. And Koulibaly gets it to go.
Not where he earns his money, that three-point shot. But he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
Here's Young. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. And the Hawks lead by 8.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Young against Poole. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Jordan Poole. Second personal foul. Team is
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
One of the truly elite offensive players in the NBA. Trae Young can carry a team and more with that shooting and playmaking.
Sars checked in for Washington. Here's Coulibaly. His three-pointers off the mark. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Hunter. And Sarr pulls it down. Greg, nothing short of some once-in-a-lifetime plays are going to save them now.
Yeah, the door is just about to close on this one. But hey, never say never.
And here's Daniels. And so it's Atlanta with the W. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Trae, this is a young team. So what is the chemistry and connection that lets you play together so well?
I mean, you're around us outside of the locker room. I mean, you can tell why we support each other so well, and the energy we have for each other on the court. I mean, you can tell the reason why we do that. And I mean, I love this group.
Well, congrats on the win, man. Appreciate your time. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.